Recorded Books and One-Click Digital present The Prisoner of Hellgate by Dana I. Wolff, narrated by Christina Delaine. All life exists at the expense of other life, because you have eaten, and eat as eat you must. Frank Bidart, The Third Hour of the Night. As there is a God in heaven, I will get justice, somehow, sometime. Mary Mallon, 1909. Mary. Brother she had once, but none so suffocating as this brother. It is a stifling September night. The summer does not relent. Dampness prevails, as always, but at this time less from the river and more from the mugginess that weighs on everything. It penetrates the very bricks, their crumbling mortar spongy to the touch. The lettuces in the greenhouse sag under it. Under its weight, the shreds of old window canopies hang from desolate buildings like the fingers of discarded gloves. More worrisome, the human souls who share her island float over the disused pier, glowing in the night, and she is their only witness. They yawp, 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 chittering for help. As if they are long past earthly assistance. To the west, thunder rolls, mocking the skyscrapers that in her time cropped up across the river like mushrooms. Sometimes she wonders whether they will be left to rot one day by those who now inhabit them, as all mortal people once abandoned her island. Every effort of man, she thinks, is but the scratch of a broken stick in eternal clay. Just look. Weeds grow between floorboards of the gymnasium. Rust eats the iron hinges of the boiler-house doors. Long ago, her unhappy cottage rotted into the soil. Today, rats bathe in the puddles of its old depression. She traps them sometimes for supper, which is only right, since she freed them in the first place. Mary, Mr. Cunningham, the medical supply clerk, once persisted. Have you seen who opened that cage? He was dead, Doctor. She called them all Doctor then. Buried him, I did. But she had not. She had concealed the rat in her apron, the apron they gave her for work in the admitting ward, concealed him, and freed him in the woods with the others. They were white, the original pack, white as any nurse's starched uniform. Now, many generations later, their colours run from nut brown to dull black. They have their warrens under the leaves, where the forces of nature cut fissures in the schist of the forest floor. Also, no more than a few dozen live under the warped gymnasium floorboards. There is not enough natural food to sustain more than that, and they will not venture nearer her sleeping quarters. They know enough to keep their distance from her, and she sets her traps far from where she usually rests her head. The thunder nears. It rattles loose window panes in what remains of the vast hospital. Without breaking stride, she walks through the pitch dark, accustomed to it, even up and down stairs without touching the loose railing. Her gait is lumbering, unfeminine. Everyone always said so. It matches her guttural voice, like a mumble from the beginning of sound, from deep within the earth. Though she spoke when there were people around, few ever heard her. Now she sometimes calls into the empty rooms just to register the echo, to affirm her own tenacity. She measures the passage of time only by the height of the choking vines, once kept at bay, now running riot, and by the changing skyline across the way. When lightning strikes the bent rod atop the old foghorn tower, she grunts aloud,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?